rant, so I'm going to talk, and you guys can laugh, and I'm not going to stop because I have ADD. So we're going to talk about shotguns tonight. I'm sure that's a topic that touches home with a lot of you people out there. I hope so. I hope you guys have been to a couple shotguns so you can relate to my experiences. I've never actually been to a real shotgun. They've all been people who know people, and it's been, you're sitting there at the shop pounding food, and suddenly your cousin says, "Hey, there's this lady on the block, and she knows people." And you're like, one of those, there's like every newlywed, they're sitting there holding their baby, and it's like, they want to hook you up. They don't care who it is, it's all age or height based. It has nothing to do with, what's your interests, or what are you doing with your life. It has to do with like, "Oh, you're 6 feet tall, we have perfect." So you know anyone else who's 6 feet tall? It's always one of those. So I go and it's not, Wesley Hill, New Hampshire, it's like Muncie. It's already Muncie. It's like, walking down the street and you're wearing a blue shirt and it's just like the like acidic stare of a kid just, happy eating sour stick, kids just all lined up. You've never seen like a guy who's modern Orthodox before. One of those, you walk in a shul and you're wearing a suede gown because it's over with. They call you up to the Torah, you're the token cousin of the guy who's getting bar mitzvah. You don't even have to wear your tallis like a scarf. They know. You don't have their, the whole black velvet thing. So I'm sitting there, I knock on this woman's door down the block, and, "Oh, how are you doing? What's your name?" She goes through the whole, prerequisite interviewing. What do you do for a living? Not much. Paycheck to paycheck guy. There's no real like, what are you looking for? It's basically, generic. Generic shocking questions. Then she starts getting a little deeper to the, if you guys ever read, the Jewish press questions, or like the Mishpacha magazine, conspiracies about shoelaces and your hat size, that sort of thing. So she says, "I see you're an open-minded sort of guy," and I have no idea how she figured that out. I don't know. Maybe I am open-minded. I don't know. So she said, "How do you know I'm open-minded?" And she's like, "Well, I see you're wearing a colored shirt, wear a hat." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "So you basically your whole community, you said, is ignorant and dumb and unworldly, you're not cultured? I mean, are you saying that just as I'm wearing a blue shirt and not wearing a hat, that the black hat population is not open-minded?" I never understood that. So I'm sitting there and I'm dreaming that, all the people with black hats and white shirts must have like KKK marches on their lawns, and they're all like, like at the, gay parade throwing stones, like everyone's closed-minded, and I'm the open-minded guy with the, like at the, Million Man March, that one white Jewish kid, like really open-minded. And she said, we go on, and there comes to this point where, it's like, "So what kind of girl are you looking for?" I wish it was directed more, I don't know. I can't really explain it, but it's very vague. It's like, well, and they you start going, they cut you off, they're like, "I have a perfect person for you. You didn't get sentences in." You're like, "Oh, I'm into the outdoors, and I like girls who are passionate, and maybe into music, and intellectual types, and who are like, real, like, non-routine Jews or something." And she just cuts me off. She's like, "Oh, you're the perfect girl." She like goes crazy, and she like calls in her husband, and they're all the whole. I was just looking in the, food section. They had way better food than my cousins. They were like fancy. They were like the kosher by design people. Yeah, they were like, they had like they had the 3 knives and 3 forks and the real wine glasses where you can make the song on the top, those kind of things. So, the whole time I'm kind of hinting like, "Oh, I didn't have much food to eat," and she just didn't get it. She didn't understand. I wanted the food. I didn't even want to talk to her. I wanted the kishkas and shalom. It was like Hamish kosher by design. It wasn't the whole, it was like, it wasn't like sushi or salmon with dill sauce. It was real like greasy Arabian food. So I really wanted it, but I didn't get it. And the husband comes in, "Oh, this girl would be perfect. It's amazing. It's going to be the best thing." So they organized this sort of, I guess this is how they do it in Muncie. They invited the girl over without telling her that I'm the guy, and they didn't tell me that I'm the guy. And she's just going to babysit the kids and my cousin, and I'm going to sit there. Hopefully I'll think some, crazy grand plan. And mind you, I'm 24. They invited this 18-year-old girl over. She's a bus monitor for nursery girls for like a local, like around South or something like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know. I live in Albany. I'm totally, out of town. I grew up on the Northwest Side, by the way, so if you want to play Jewish geography, we can do that afterwards. But I couldn't understand it. They said, oh, she's really into the outdoors. Usually it's the outdoors thing they sell me on. It's always like, they're really into the outdoors. It meant that they went snowboarding when they were 12. They never went there. Or they went hiking in Israel. We did a hike in Israel. Went to this waterfall. It was awesome. You're 30 though. I was 18. So, that sort of thing. So that was kind of, interesting. That's my my shit up field. But let's see what else. Freestyle. This is freestyle, so I'm gonna kind of. Where am I gonna go with this? Any suggestions on freestyle? So you guys can like throw some stuff out. I'm right here for it. Okay. Take 30 seconds here. Sweating profusely as I do this. So what I originally was going to talk about, let's just talk about what I was originally talking about. I was going to talk about like how many people are actually here to see the opening band that they talk behind their back and say, dude, who the heck is this guy, man? Where's the main show? How many people? It's one hand, two hands? Dude, right there. Oh. Yeah, she works here, man. So I was kind of like, going through this whole stage. I was like, I'm going to get up there, and there's going to be people in the audience who are like, I know this guy from somewhere. They're not here to see me, but they're like, and they're trying to debate, and they're talking to their friends like, oh my God, it's the guy. And they're like, which guy? Dude, I dated that dude. And he wrote about me afterwards, and I found it by searching for my name or something, or some random thing, and I found it, and he really offended me, and I don't know, And that happened a few times, actually, so it's really bad. But, the dating thing, I've been on Frum for like 3 or 4 years. I've gotten about 15 or 20 messages the whole time. It's always from, because I write my profile, it's one of those really long ones that you instantly click away from. So I read everyone else, but I market myself because the best marketing on Frum you can do is show them its vote. Because it means absolutely nothing. All it means is you're not modern, you don't like labels, you're one of those people that's like, I don't like labels, because everyone else is, like an anti-conformist, one of those people that has, a bunch of vegan stickers on the back of their car. That's showroom info. So it's people, but it's such a small category that, modern Orthodox marketing is so big. You're searching. You have to weed out with the sizes and did they go to vocational school or did they go to seminary? But showroom info, there's like 20 people. That's it. So if you put it in there, guaranteed people are going to look at you because when people get really bored with Frumster, you can't do this with Cellular Center. That's why it's like Frumster, you get really bored, you start. It's like late at night, you're like, oh my God, it's like looking through your Facebook friends. Posters like that. Now it's not as interesting because they have a whole new and updated and premium. It's like a whole, it's like a caste system now. It's like, oh, they're not new, I'm not looking at them. I already saw that. Showroom info, and then I tried the Karl-Vachian thing. That didn't work out. The Karl-Vachian, everyone. They run Karl-Vachian, yeah. Enough said, you always think I want a Karl-Vachian. I write all this outdoor stuff. Is someone going to cut me off at some time? Because I'm going too long here? Off the stage. What? Off the stage? Seriously? I'm just going to randomly rant. I'm going to talk about what my dad talked to me about the other day. I like to go out with women older than me. I just think they're more mature. I like them. I don't know. I go out with up to like 30 and 25. So I'm talking to my dad the other day. My dad is 70, and he owes one of those old guys in back of the shul, hocking in Yiddish about how the qualities of herring versus fish balls. He was one of those guys. So we're talking. Give me 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes. Okay, so we're talking, and he's like, and we're arguing. He's like, you got to go out with a younger woman. To him, a younger woman is 16. He's totally stuck in the days before statutory and all that. So one thing. Okay, so my dad says, and I don't understand Yiddish. I know a couple of Weisness and Blythe and a couple of those that I can make the little kids staring at me think I speak Yiddish. I always yell at them whenever they're staring at me. I'm like, what's Coach do? It means what are you staring at? It's the only thing I can say. So my dad comes up, he's over the phone, he says, an alter Frau, he speaks Yiddish. Looks like a Yiddish guy. Anyone in here speak Yiddish? Bissell. So he says an alter Frau, ice geklappt by Shine, which means an older woman is already used up by Shine.